I'm here to tell you, folks, you don't need a big honking book to get you through to Pascha, because chances are you've got everything you need in your library already. Holy Week and Pascha services from Orthodox Review. Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to Orthodox Review, the most uneducated educational program here on YouTube. And that's a fact, because this video was not an easy one to come up with, despite what it's actually about. First and foremost, let's get the obligatories out of the way. If this is your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, yada, yada, yada. If you're looking to help out the show, we do have Patreon. There is exclusive content on there. There's been a bit of a hiccup, but we're going to be getting right back on there. There's a PayPal tip jar, link below. And there's also some links for some friends of the show down there. Going to be adding a new link down there for Lancelot Andrews Press, which produces liturgical and private devotional texts for the Western Rite. They've been really good to me. Going to be really good to them, and we're going to help each other out. In addition, a huge thank you to Gonzo Documentaries for hooking me up with some books for review. Dude's an absolute mensch. And to those of you who are contest winners, we will be mailing out this week, God willing. So forgive my tardiness on that. All right, now that that's all out of the way, let's talk about this. I polled on Instagram, whether I should do a commentary or a children's book review, and I should have just said book review, because I really, I didn't think I had much to say as far as commentary goes right now. And then it struck me, it's like, well, everyone has been asking me about Holy Week and Pascha, and then I was having a conversation earlier today with a friend, and we were talking about resources and texts for use at home, and I was like, well, my priest is preparing some texts, and he's like, why does everyone feel the need to reinvent the wheel? And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I went over to my bookshelf and I started looking through my prayer books. Most of our prayer books have the texts for at least the Lamentations of Great and Holy Friday and the Paschal Canon. When I started going through the service book for Holy Week, sorry guys, if you look at the services, the entirety of Holy Week is Orthros or Matins, a couple of pre-sanctifieds, and then you have some important liturgies that there's no way of substituting those at home. And then I've got to pause the video because Spooky Cat needs to come in. Okay, now that Spooky Cat's inside, where were we? Right. So, outside of the Holy Week services, everything you need to celebrate is at home, because you have the royal hours and usually the Paschal Canon in most prayer books. Now, let's take a look at what we're missing, because I know that's really what people are concerned with. The experience of a service, you can't replicate it at home. I'm sorry. Now, I know a lot of people are following services through live streams. Some people are participating through Zoom calls, and that's fantastic. There are more than enough resources out there for you to follow along. Now, what you're really missing in the Orthros Matin service is the canon. So the canons for each day, that's all there is that's added in. So if you can find the canons online, and I'm sure you can, and in fact I'll leave some links That's all you need to read Orthros / Matins at home. If you're one of the few twisted individuals like me that actually does that occasionally. Now, as far as the big ones, let's delve into the library real quick and go over what's available. Now, the three most common books that we're going to encounter are the Holy Transfiguration Monastery book, the Jordanville book, and the St. Tikhon's book. And it doesn't matter which St. Tikhon's book it is, even though I have the Svit pulled out there, they all have the same stuff in them. So a lot of us, we go out and we buy a prayer book and we just look at the beginning because we're just looking at the regular prayer rule. And it's sad to say that a lot of people don't look at the table of contents to see really the treasures that you find in a prayer book. So here we go, the St. Tikhon's book first. The Paschal Mystery has a section all of itself. It's got the canon for the crucifixion, it's got the Lamentations, it's got the Paschal canon and the Paschal hours. Starts on page 244. Did I use a bookmark? No. Do I ever? No. Why? I'm dumb. But anyway, yeah, so you have the canon, right? And then you've got the Paschal canon, and it's boom, it's there. And then you got the Paschal hours right after that. Now, the one thing that this book doesn't have is the actual Lamentations. Some books do, some books don't. That is one of the very few things that you will find in the service book. On the other hand, they're out there. Holy Transfiguration Monastery. Boston monks. Baston monks. Baston. So you've got, it starts over here. So starting on page 177, you have the Matins for Pascha. You've got the Paschal hours. So even though you may not have the Lamentations or the Holy Friday, 177 I said. Come on, get with the program, Raph. So you do have all that stuff in the Triodian, which is nice. You have dismissal hymns for Holy Week, which, hey, that's a prayer a day, and that's good for you. And then you've got the entire Matin service for Pascha. Okay? And then the Paschal hours. So bam. Jordanville. And this is the new Jordanville with that nice new binding that I still haven't completely broken in yet. Pascha, page 188, along with the Paschal, the Passion Week Troparia, starting at 182. So let's go there, 182. Almost there, almost there. See, there's some extra, and so yeah, so you've got your Troparia and Kontakia for all of Holy Week. All right, so that's great. Just add that to your prayer rule. You're fine. And then you've got the Paschal canon again, and then you've got the Holy hours for Pascha. So really, anyone of you that owns one of the basic, the well-known prayer books has these services. The Old Rite book, of course, has it. Duolingo style. All right, I'm trying not to let this drag on, but boom, 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 boom. Triodian, Present Holy Communion. I don't know. It's in there. Oh yeah, I just missed it. Page do. Come on, dude. Yep. You have the canon for Pascha and the hours for Pascha. It's in there. Heck, even Old Reliable here from New Rome Press has the Paschal hours. And not only the Paschal hours, but a really pretty icon there. But again, these are the basic things that you need. Let's see if we can get this binding to open up. Yeah. Where is it? I don't know. It's in there. Folks, you got what you need. You really do. Follow the services online. Your local parish, I guarantee you they have links to resources online that you can print out or read from your phone, tablet, computer, what have you. The stuff is out there. Don't sweat it. Don't freak out. There's nothing... I can't offer you anything special or different or, you know, shockingly sort of revelation. You know, these prayers are here, and they're here for us, and they're probably in a book you already own. If you don't have a prayer book, listen, you don't have time to get one for Pascha. I get it. That's fine. There are resources online, and I will try to leave as many links in the description as I possibly can for you. But in the meantime, I think we're done with this, and it's time for me to start doing what I do, which is offering shallow insight into a collection of prayer books and other texts. So let's finish this fast off right, folks, with prayer and obviously fasting. And for those of you keeping up, let's continue to pray for our enemies and pray for the sick. And I will drop another episode shortly after this one, so be on the lookout. At any rate, I'm Raphael, that spooky cat. This has been Orthodox Review. I love you. I'm trying to pray for you. Please try to pray for me. Home is church, so go to church, say your prayers, and remember God. God bless.